the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Foggy Dark 30. Good golly, the reception's been bad. And now it's foggy. What is this, Sacramento? Folks, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel, and it is the day before Thanksgiving. Supposed to be finishing our work weeks, getting ready for the nice holiday, celebrate a great American tradition of sitting down and celebrating prosperity, freedom, liberty, all those things. But, I have yet to find a turkey dinner for less than $6 a person. Maybe we'll try bugs. In any event, folks, foggy or not, well, you know what? I'll tell you what's foggy. I'll tell you what's murky. How about Washington, D.C.? Joe Biden is requesting another $24 billion. Not 24 million, right? That'd be enough for, basically people like me and you to just retire. Hey, not 24 million, 24 billion. I mean, just start adding zeros to this. Let's see. It seems like the average American makes 24,000. You give that a 10 times 10 times more. That's 240,000. Well, I know people that make that. Well, how about add another zero? 2.4 million. Well, now you're talking amigo money. Well, add another zero. 24 million. Well, add another zero. 240 million. Add another zero. 2.4 billion. Add another zero. $24 billion. Didn't the United States of America, against the will of the people, just give a shit pile of money, about the same amount, not too long ago? I remember something about Maggot Mike Johnson of the House of Representatives, the Speaker, supposedly a Republican, working a deal out where unless you shut down the border, we're not giving you any money. So instead, what they did was they didn't shut down the border and gave them the money. It's unbelievable what these people get away with, folks. Unbelievable. So here we are again. Now, it didn't say Joe Biden is giving. It didn't say Joe Biden has. It says Joe Biden's requesting 24 billion. Well, if that's the case, that means somebody has to say, yes, we agree. And who has the purse strings in the country? Who determines, who says how much we spend or don't spend, or if we spend it all on this or that or the other? Well, that would be Congress. Congress is supposed to decide. So Congress, well, we know how that works. That's Maggot Mike Johnson again. He gets to say yes. Well, actually, he can't. What he does, though, is he puts it up for a vote. So is he going to tell Joe Biden no to another $24 billion? And that is not less than usual. That is just as much as usual this whole entire time. This entire time, that's the same amount. Just keep the war should be winding. The war is over. Trump is going to be the president, and he said it's over. We're getting some peace around here. Yet here's Biden going with his hand out, asking for 24 billion to Maggot Mike Johnson, who hasn't stood up to him ever, other than to make a little bit of what are we going to call this? A little bit of political capital, try and look like he's a strong guy. He needs to be done away with. And I don't mean that in a violent way. He needs to be voted out of positions of power and authority. And we need real Americans in there who are going to stop this ridiculous spending and funding of a war. It's crazy. If you look at how many Ukraine soldiers have died, let's just do some fun math, shall we? And we'll keep the math numbers kind of easy so I can do them while I drive. 1 million Ukrainian soldiers have been killed. The United States alone has given whatever, loaned, funded the war with at least 200 billion. If I do the math right, 1 million goes into a billion 1,000 times. When we go 200 billion, that's $200,000 per soldier has been paid just to have them killed. Let me say that again. $200,000 from the United States of America alone has gone to each soldier just to be killed. It's not how they pay things out, of course. But here we are, folks. That's the world we live in. Just throw more money in it. That's always going to fix it, right? That's the Washington way. Well, if $1 million won't fix it, let's try 100 million. Maybe we'll put some more hamsters on crack cocaine and see what choices they make at a at a dinner table. Oh, that'll solve all of our problems. Meanwhile, right? And folks, they don't have any more money for people in North Carolina. People are living in tent cities, tents, fifth wheels, trailers, sheds. Luckily, the Amish have come down and really helped out, literally building homes, Amish style, for people to live in. Well, the government says they don't have any more money, and then they give $24 billion to a war that's over in 2 months, if not. See where I'm going with this? This is why shit has hit the fan. This is why it is going to get really bad. This is why it needs to get bad. This is why the deep state needs to be thrown in prison, dismantled, flushed. This is why we need real Americans and a resurgence, a renaissance of liberty and constitutional reasoning. Having the Constitution is one thing. Using it as a guide and using it as a restrictive force against governments another. That needs to happen. It needs to be enforced. Whew. And it is foggy, folks. This does remind me of Sacramento, not Florida. It's crazy. Luckily, I'm sure it'll be gone. I hope I didn't slip through a time hole, time warp, time loop. Folks, it is going to be Thanksgiving, though. We're going to do our show tonight. I'm going to try and do a Thanksgiving presentation tomorrow. But I got a little bit of traveling to do to get to find family and have a family. So I hope that you've got family and friends to join with. Give thanks for what we have as Americans. Remember our history, our culture, because that stuff matters. It does. It really matters. It really does matter. Just put some love in your heart. Now, a lot of us, though, are going to, we're going to go to a politically mixed batch. And we don't know what we're going to get. My recommendations: do not accept beverages from anyone that you don't know their political stance. Don't do it. Do not do it. Do not accept shots from anyone who hands you one. Don't do it unless you know and trust them. And I mean know them and trust them. Because for political reasons, there are poisonings being planned. And they think you've earned it. You destroyed this country. You destroyed the democracy by voting for Trump. You're a bad guy. That's what they want, folks. That's what they want to do to you. Poison me, poison you, poison us. Be careful with the food as well. If you have a noted, loud, obnoxious Democrat person, keep them away from the kitchen. Watch them. If they're not eating a particular food, that don't eat that food that they're not eating. See what I'm saying? If they're not eating the stuffing, you don't eat the stuffing. I'm being fucking serious. You know, these are the same people who praise trannies, think drag queens and children is cute. They believe men can get pregnant. They believe women should have to compete against women. It's absolute madness. It truly is. That's just starting. That's just starting. Good golly, folks. Chance favors the prepared mind. I'll see you guys tonight.